Hi, and welcome in. This is Divination Rainbow. Thank you for your presence here. And I would like to say a special thank you to all of those subscribed and returning to my videos. All right. So right now I would like to do a very special reading, and this is something that I hope finds you gently today because we are going to be doing a no contact reading, looking into the current thoughts and emotions of the individual on your mind, as well as the energy of the connection and what may be shifting next that you need to see. So I would like to go ahead and go right in to looking at what the current thoughts or emotions may be around the individual we're reading on. This is the person on your mind that you're currently in little to no contact with. Yikes. That came popping out. Play. Yeah. I see this person feeling like almost like a little bit pent up. Indecision. Interesting. These are two predators here, but two very different kinds. One that's more of a pack animal that would be happier around people. But then we have a tiger, which is pretty much of a solitude type of creature as you can get. And both of them here are surrounded by butterflies. This is giving me a deep sense of a person who intuitively feels that they want to go more into their heart centered energy and be around a community, but at this time they feel blocked and they're in a state of indecision, feeling like they are truly at a crossroads with a Two of Swords type of energy. Let's see what else we can see about their current thoughts and feelings here. Yeah, hesitation. This person is at a crossroads, just like I said. They're having a little bit of a feeling of not quite sure what's going to happen next. And it could even be a feeling of fear that's pushing them into this state of indecision with waiting as the next card up. So I think I've seen enough here. This is just going to keep repeating. This is letting me know that the person on your mind, they are usually the type of person who would be more communicative. They do enjoy being around other people, and that is something that fills them up. That is something that gives them a little bit more joy. And they intuitively know that that is what they need more of in their life at this time, is that heart-centered energy. But they're some reason blocked. They may be even blocking themselves. They could be afraid of changes. And they're at a point in their life where they have literally faced an impasse and they're not sure where to go from here. So they're taking a step back and they're not really sure what to do. But at that same time, it's causing them a deep sense of introspection, and not necessarily always good introspection. I'm getting a vision now of someone who's waiting, just like when you see someone who's waiting as maybe floodwaters are rising, and then it gets to a point where they're stuck. I'm getting full body chills right now. Let me slow down. Someone who's in an energy of waiting, and then they get to a point where they're stuck and then they realize it's too late to move because I should have gone before it started getting to this point, and now it's a dangerous disaster. And that's just further enforced by this individual here in this waiting card, just kind of sitting there, not really observing their surroundings or what's going on or what's going to happen next, because they're truly in this stuck energy. Goodness gracious. Well, if that sounds familiar to you, the energy will eventually change. So let's go deeper and see what the energy of the connection is at this time and what's going to be shifting soon with this waiting energy. Let's take a look now into the energy of the connection and then what will be shifting around that energy soon. Because we can see that your person is in a delayed, hesitated state where they're kind of paused, kind of frozen, not quite sure what to do. I'm definitely getting the sense of it could be something that is fear blocking them. And that could be a big part of the reason why we're seeing they know that they need to bring in that heart-centered energy. So right away, we're seeing a grounding energy here with Pentacle. It's the Queen of Pentacles. So that's letting us know that your person may need to ground themselves at this time. They likely want to bring more financial stability into their life. And yeah, I see them in this connection, and you also. This connection has a very mirrored energy. This connection feels a lot like wish fulfillment for the both of you. And this connection in itself could be very grounding. It also, at the same time, feels very mystical. It feels very faded. And in a way, it feels like something that is happening on a more spiritual plane, especially during this period of separation. I see there maybe even some spiritual or telepathic type communication going on in this connection, but it's putting you in a situation of not really having 100% confidence in your mental state, or potentially this could be both of you, since this is the energy of the connection at this time. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's giving more stuck energy, not really having the opportunity to be able to go onto anything new or be able to follow up with any of your plans or ideas that you've been having, and just kind of being stuck in one's thoughts. Wow. What is going on? Queen of Swords. So things are shifting now. We're seeing that this is getting to a point where the connection is going from the Ace of Swords, not being able to have new plans, not being able to go with ideas that may be flowing, to the Queen of Swords, which is literally quite the very much opposite. Understanding, strength, truth, being in control of the mental state, and being in control of those energies that were keeping the connection and the person on your mind stuck. Yeah, moving from the wow, Queen of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So now we have a divine pair here with the Queen and the King of Pentacles. And definitely with both of these swords and both of these pentacles, I would say that there is a strong air and earth energy here. Also, with the King of Pentacles coming in now as the energy is shifting, it's really showing a change from the beginning to the place where we're getting ready to turn the corner now. We started with the Queen of Pentacles, which is definitely someone who is representing practicality, being grounded, someone who is able to look inward to be able to find the information and the education that they need to be able to bring stability and safety into their life. Okay. And then we're moving up to the King of Pentacles as we turn the corner, which is wealth, power, achievement. It's basically that energy of the Queen, but amplified. So maybe that could very well be part of the mental kind of struggle that is keeping your person feeling stuck, because they're in a situation where they're trying to have more financial stability, be more grounded, and have more to offer, more to put on the table. All right. Nine of Swords in the reverse, though, that's letting me know that we're once again moving out of a time of not really having very good thoughts and feelings, moving out of a time of not knowing what to do. Two of Swords in the reverse. I'm sorry to get so excited like that, but literally moving out of a time of having bad thoughts and feelings, moving out of a time of not really knowing what to do. All right. And then with this Knight of Swords in the reverse as well, that's really interesting because it's not going to happen super quickly. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it's going to take a little bit of time, and it's going to take a little bit of added motivation, maybe something that is going to give your person a boost. It's going to be this passion coming in with the Page of Wands. So in this connection, the passion is what is really going to be the motivating boost that's going to turn these things around here. We see the Page of Wands as a symbol of now what's going to be happening here is someone who is able to express themselves, someone who is taking a new path, someone who really is filled with a lot of deep thoughts and who wants to bring those passionate ideas into reality by taking new steps and doing things a little bit differently, trying something new than the way we've tried it before. So this hasn't been working up to this point. Taking a rest, all right, going a little bit more within, because there has to be an opportunity to try something new. And this came out in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles. Wow, very interesting. So that's letting me know that this connection is still lacking in the freedom that it needs to be able to go to the next level. And it very well could be that financial kind of situation, or it could be mental as well, because we did get a lot of swords here, a lot of that air energy. There's a lot of thinking going on, and it's leading to hesitation. What we don't see here is that there is still the desire to manifest in this contact. There is still the desire to manifest in a next chapter into this connection, because for whatever reason that this no contact is going on, there is still this Knight of Wands in the unseen energy here, letting me know that action, a desired action, is possible. Okay? Fiery energy here, a powerful energy. Enjoying life. Wow, what a roller coaster. If that's what you're going through at this time, just know that we see that there is going to be a little bit of a shift. And in order to be able to bring this time in where we're then going to be able to have moving from the page into the night, new paths into taking action on that new path, it's just going to take a little bit of rest first. Okay. And during that rest time, avoid feeling like all is lost. Avoid feeling like you don't have the things that you need, because maybe this connection is lacking freedom at this time. We can see that for sure. But that absolutely does not mean that you don't have what you need to manifest this desired outcome and to take an action towards it. You or your person. Because this, once again, is the energy of the connection at this time. All right. So that is very interesting information, and I'm definitely glad we were able to pull that through. I do feel there still may be some things that we need to know or see about this energy shifting and what we can maybe be more mindful or watchful of as all of this unfolds. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now before we close out today's reading. And thank you for sticking with me so far. The next part may explain why you've been feeling this way or why your person has been feeling this way. Let's see what we need to see as this energy is shifting. Protection. Well, that's always a good thing. A lot of love here. A lot of love here. Love that sparks change. Love that feels explosive at times and very fiery. All right. Miracles, yeah. It may feel like a miracle when all of this breaks through. Thriving and potential. This is really secretive right now, and I feel like it feels kind of mystical in a way. Definitely, I'm seeing here that this could be the type of connection where you have a deeper connection with this individual than a lot of other people are aware of. And it's something that has expanded both of you in quite an interesting way. Something where the two of you have been working in tandem together for quite some time, and maybe even working on moving out of a community setting or working on moving away from another type of a third party energy if it's not a community setting. Take it as it resonates. But this is something that is definitely full of potential and brings a lot of happy thoughts to you as well as your person. Something that has expanded both of you in the mental space and potentially also in a spiritual way as well. And I see you here being the type of person who, regardless of what's going on right now, you are very capable of standing on your own. And although you do want to be able to connect with this individual, you're not allowing it to slow you down to the point of getting into a thought pattern that's not productive for you. Unfortunately, we did see a little bit of that with your person. So I am seeing you having the opportunity to kind of just continue to demonstrate that unconditional love and be the light that could pull them through at this time, because your person really reflects off of you a lot. We saw that mirrored energy early on in the tarot reading of your connection, and we're seeing that repeating theme here with these two lightning bolts, these two rainbows. Okay, so you guys really affect each other the way that you feel. You may even pick up sometimes on their thoughts and feelings. See, my candle just went out here. So yeah, that's the kind of situation where you want to be aware of the way that you are putting out your energy because your person is picking up on that too, and vice versa. And also be aware of when you're feeling some certain things. It may not always be 100% genuinely your thoughts or your feelings. It could definitely be this connection, the energy of the connection, or the energy of the person that's right now on your mind that we're speaking of during this reading. And it is definitely something quite mystical, something a little bit hidden, and also something that feels very intuitively grounded in a way that potentially even could be like a telepathic type of connection. For some, this is going to be a connection with someone who you have much history with in a sense of uh, going beyond this life, prior to and afterwards. You've been through the darkness with this person before, many times. But you always find the roads that you need to find to get back to one another and to be back on good footing and in a situation where you are able to spend time more freely. Sometimes those roads are harder to find, and this is one of those times. Just know that you are the strength for your person at this time. And although you may not have contact with them, they feel your energy. All right. And I would like to remind you that you are never alone here. I am your friend on this journey, so return whenever you feel called to. And until the next time, please do take good care of yourself. Bye for now.